I feel a very long way away from the boat here. Well, welcome back to the Portofino Rolex Trophy, and I'm on board the star of the show, the 129-foot schooner Orion. Well, she was built for Alfonso XIII, the King of Spain, in 1910, but he never took delivery. Well, the current King of Spain, he's taken delivery of something quite different.
Hello, Shirley and CNN from Alicante. We are on board of Bribon, the 52-foot racing boat made in carbon that belongs to the today's King of Spain.
Ignacio Triay has sailed with the King for more than 20 years. Compared to Orion, this TP52 is a roller skate. She's 35 times lighter and raced with a crew of 15. Orion is often raced with more than 20. And the current King has all the latest toys on board.
We have sensors up to the mast who tell us about the wind, and sensors in the water who tell us about the speed of the boat. So here we got the numbers where we can see the performance of the boat.
On this boat, performance is everything, and that means the crew work as hard today as they did 100 years ago. It's just that gleaming varnish has been replaced by carbon fibre.
And with these carbon pedestals, our 4 grinders could hoist or lift a few elephants up to the top of the mast.
The King competes in the Audi Med Cup, high-octane, intense racing that attracts many of the world's best sailors.
King of Spain has been always an active sailor, and he always liked the high competition. And he loves to come on board and take these wheels, drive the boat around the racetrack every time he has a chance. For sure, the King of Spain enjoys a high level of competition in his TP52. There's no question of that. But can today's modern Grand Prix sailor have the same kind of affection for his boat as the owner of a classic like this? Like the King of Spain, Terry Hutchinson races a TP52.
Well, certainly you can appreciate why people would fall in love with a boat like Amelia, 1930s 12-meter, with all the class and elegance of a boat with those drawings and lines. But, at the same time, we're in love with our Transpac 52. When it's blowing 20 or 25 knots and you exceed wind speed going downwind, you're definitely in love with it. Everybody's got their own likes and dislikes, and fortunately for us, we like what we're doing here with this one.
Some top sailors refer to their boat as it. Round-the-world veteran Magnus Olsen is not one of them.
Shirley, she's definitely a she. She's a lovely lady. She's not a young girl anymore, but she's a lovely lady. You always have a special relationship with any boat you take around the world. 2 days before Cape Horn, we had 55 knots or whatever, and really crazy. We couldn't get the main down. We had too much sails up, but the boat was behaving well. I felt safe with the boat and so on. And 2 days later, we could go around Cape Horn first. I was so proud of the boat. I had tears in my eyes. I definitely tell her with a lot of respect, thanks for this time, and I hope to see you again.
Everyone loves a winner. This is what builds the bond for 3 times winning skipper of the America's Cup, Russell Coutts.
Well, Shirley, obviously I've sold a lot of boats over the years. I guess the ones that I've had a special relationship would be some of the America's Cup boats. Obviously NZL 32, the boat that Team New Zealand first won the America's Cup in. That was a pretty special boat. Recently, of course, the RC44 has been a passion of mine. It's a fun and challenging boat to sail. And, see a boat like NZL 32 again, and it brings back a lot of great memories. It does have a special place for me, that's for sure.
Back here in Portofino, it feels like the clock's been wound back. I'm even wearing white trousers. We could be in the 1930s, and I'm the tactician on board this 12-meter Amelia. The 12-meter class was used in 3 Olympic Games and at every America's Cup from 1958 to 1987. But we're still moving well, even in a little wind. There's only maybe 2 knots.
The important that we are moving better than the others.
Yes.
After.
Emilia is 79 years old, and whilst the crew would prefer to win the race, you feel that just being on board is what really makes their day.
Aspetta che dà un po' di carica.
You know, if you were in a race boat with 3 knots of wind, you could hear a pin drop. There would only be a slight discussion, you know, between the tactician and the helm. It's not like that on this boat. The poor helmsman. Almost all the yachts of this vintage are now long gone. If it was not for people like Marco, photographs would tell the story of how life used to be on the water. I just hope that in future generations there are special and devoted people like Marco to take Emilia on. Well, the wind is gone, the race has been abandoned, but I've had a really special day out sailing 1930 style. After the break, we're in the USA, where we go 21st century racing.